be singing to that auto-tune. Then I'm right back to that 1800 for a plate. Give me that. Send it. Don't try that. Right behind me is some in that side. Turn the whole club.
Oh, say does.
You're now connected to Jackie Zulu.
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sport. As the season winds down, Doris, the top squads have certainly separated themselves from the rest of the pack.
There's no doubt about that, Kevin. And despite everyone playing hard this year, both conferences have become super competitive. It is getting more and more difficult to become and sustain being a top team.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Joel Embiid out there with Robert Covington. Then it's George. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2. Now Garland. After Robert Covington missed from long range. And it's Mitchell missing. Maxey against Garland. Maxey passes to Grimes. Back to Maxey. Connects from three-point range. Maxey's got the game going here with the first basket for Philadelphia. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
This is why it's hard guarding Evan Mobley at times. This guy, when he's aggressive, forcing defenders to match his energy.
And both free throws good for Mobley. And they're great at both ends, but the Sixers offense, Greg, the Sixers offense is elite.
And it all starts with Joel Embiid feasting inside and at the free throw line. And his teammates reap the benefits as well with wide open shots on the perimeter.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Wow, Embiid pulls the defender in close and then gets all the contact he wants.
And Embiid drops them both.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Mobley outside. From the top of the key. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Garland against Maxey. Pass to Embiid. Shoots over Bamba. Bank shot. No good. Okoro kicks to Garland. Mobley a screen on Maxey. There's Garland. Keeps it alive. Mobley on the follow. Mobley's got his second basket of the night.
We know unequivocally Evan Mobley has length. He's got timing. This guy eats up rebounds.
Maxey against Garland. Covington passes to Maxey. Converts on the jumper for the easy 2. Maxey's got 5.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially. That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. The 3 from George. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Paul George's shooting form is just so pretty. This guy's ability to make shots so easy.
Here's Mitchell. Takes it inside. And no good. Good D by Covington. 76ers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Maxey against Bamba. Embiid goes back up. He takes it up and lays it in.
And talk about effort. Embiid staying with that one.
Here's Garland. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. To the middle. And Mobley the bucket on the assist by Garland. 8 points for Evan Mobley.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
And this is why you get the ball into his hands. Let him establish the pace and rhythm of the game.
Now, here is George. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And you look at Paul George, Doris, he really fits any system you can think of.
Kevin, that's about two things, the skill set and the mindset. If you need him to take over, he can change and get that line of thinking in his mind. You want him to play a secondary role, he can adjust there mentally as well.
Now Maxey following the three-point attempt by Donovan Mitchell. 2 on the clock. Maxey finds Embiid, shoots over Bamba. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
Better than most centers from the line. Embiid exceptional with his hands.
The 76ers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Green, he's checked in for Mohamed Bamba. Jones comes in for Evan Mobley. Hunter's checked in for Isaac Okoro. And it's Tre Mann in for Donovan Mitchell. Here's Maxey. Darius Garland picking up that last basket. Inside. Here's Embiid. Plays it up and banks it in. That's now 8 points for Joel Embiid.
Looming large on the interior. Embiid, hard to deny.
Green, the screen. Kicks it out to Jones. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. The 3 from Garland. That shot is no good. And he's 1 for 3 from the floor. In the corner, it's Oubre. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia, where they were able to handle the 76ers.
Yeah, proficiency from range, away from home, much easier said than done. They played a terrific ball game.
And I think it was clear that their plan was to attack from the three-point line, and it worked to perfection.
Here's Covington following the score by Cleveland. Up top, Maxey. Garland against Fowler. Launches it from deep. Green with the block. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. A different look now for Cleveland. Max Strus comes in for Javonte Green. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Garland. Then for the 76ers, Adams, he's checked in for Embiid. And Eric Gordon subbed in for Maxey. And that one drops.
You can see the kind of confidence Donovan Mitchell has in that handle. His ability to navigate off the dribble drive. Nice.
Now here is Lowry. Still scoreless. Here's Strus from outside the arc. The rebound by Steven Adams. Fires from way outside. And that one released in time, but no good.
I'll tell you, Mitchell locked in on the defensive end. He's so good getting after it.
Evan Mobley getting it done for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you could see the results.
They've got Hunter. Also, Max Strus out there. Derek Jones is out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's Mann in the point guard. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second.
Well, Kyle Lowry has spent his entire career finding open teammates.
Down low, here's Mitchell. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Mitchell's got his second bucket.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
George, no good. So for Cleveland, their last game, a win against the Hornets in Charlotte. It's stolen by Adams. Pass to Lowry. Puts it up from 12. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Lowry's got his first basket.
Well, getting into that mid-range jump shooting ability of Kyle Lowry, he makes it look easy right there.
Hunter sets a screen for Mitchell. Fires the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Cavaliers lead by 1.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Here's Lowry, and that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Steven Adams could care less about scoring. In fact, you get the sense he takes more pleasure from passing than scoring.
There has been some talk of having overtime played to a target score. Can you make the case for that?
More certainly on how long the broadcast will go, right, Kevin? And protecting players from the heavy minute loads that can result from those games that go into multiple overtimes. So I like that idea.
And the 76ers making a change here. Gay's checked in. They get it back. The 3 from George. That one doesn't drop.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Here's Adams. Tries again. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Bamba is checked in for the Cavaliers. Okoro comes in for Trey Mann. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Takes a 3. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Here's Mitchell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Sunday, they're off to Toronto to face the Raptors. And then on Tuesday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And for that game against Miami, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Now, here's George. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. Embiid the screen. Bryant. No good with the triple. Cleveland's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Pass to Hunter. Jones with the screen on Oubre. For a 3, Hunter. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
And that was a tough one. They expected to play well and did, just not well enough.
You know what? In the end of the day, it wasn't as close as it should have been. There were lapses all night that led to the deficit they couldn't overcome.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. And the 76ers making a change here. Covington's checked in. Here now the league's highest scoring teams the past 10 games. What a stretch it has been for these guys. The Cavaliers, number 1.
Yeah, what an impressive run for this club. Everybody seems to be in a rhythm in terms of scoring, and they are putting up some big numbers.
Now, here's Maxey. 5 points in the game. Embiid with the screen on Hunter. The 3 from George. The Cavaliers pull it in. Bamba's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from 3-point range.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much, everybody. Quentin Grimes is not just a 3-and-D guy. He's one of the best in the league at attacking the closeout. He says they know about my shooting, so that opens up my drive game. Them closing out hard, I can see if they're coming to my right side or my left side. It's read and react. Quick decisions. Kevin, my decision is to send it back to you.
All right, D.A., that's why you're in the Hall of Fame. Thank you so much.
Nice on-time pass to Paul George. He's shot ready. Nicely done.
For the Cavaliers, Evan Mobley's checked in for Derek Jones. And it's Garland in for DeAndre Hunter. Now, here's Garland. He's coming off a 10-point game against Charlotte. 1:10 left to play here in the second quarter. Maxey against Garland. Maxey passes to Covington and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Okoro kicks to Mitchell. Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. Over George. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
The 76ers trail by 8. Maxey with it. He has 5. Embiid with a screen on Garland. Good on the triple. Maxey's got 8.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Now, here's Mobley. An 11-point game for him in the win against Charlotte.
Dead-eye shooting from them this quarter.
24 seconds left now here in the second. The shot by George, wide open. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And this is a shot Paul George makes consistently, right? When he's in rhythm, he's ready to fire off the bounce.
Shoots from the line. Rebound by the 76ers.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Grimes with the bucket.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Cavaliers lead by 2. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Fans, let's hear it for your arena entertainment.
Thanks for joining us for this fun-filled burst of basketball bliss. We kick off tonight's show with the power rankings across the league. And guys, I was just thinking, as I often do, in your travels around the league, the only team you both played for was the Orlando Magic.
Can he play for them?
6 games, and it was the worst 6 games of my life.
How many of those games did you start?
I started 2, and I should have started all of them. That's another story.
And you know what else? The Magic also say it was the worst 6 games for them. And moving on to the Cavaliers' first half. It's a close one through 2 quarters.
At the offensive end, they were playing it smart. Running through the offense, then finding the open shot, and then they were hitting guys to get their open shots. It was very impressive, Ernie.
Yeah, kudos to them creating high percentage looks. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, what he did was sustain it throughout the first half. He ran the offense to absolute perfection.
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. Robert Covington out there with George. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Grimes in at the 2. Cavaliers leading. For 3, Mitchell. Rebounded by Covington. Maxey kicks to George. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. George has got the opening bucket to start the second half for the 76ers. In the corner, Okoro with it. Mobley a screen to the inside. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got his 4th assist in this one. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Maxey passes to Covington. There's the dish to Embiid. To the paint. Here's Maxey. Cavaliers with the rebound. Bamba finds Mitchell. Bamba sets a screen. Hits the target from 18 feet. And now a 3-point Cleveland lead.
Well, it's all about decision-making in the pick and roll, and Donovan Mitchell making all the right choices.
Embiid against Bamba. Embiid inside. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Garland with the bucket.
Well, that's the ball handling skills of Darius Garland on full display. This guy is skilled at creating opportunities.
So a moment now to see the story on Mohamed Bamba. How's the last month of basketball been for him? And he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And just going back real quick to the fact that he's tops in the league in rebounds. What a tremendous feat. What a monster he is in the paint. Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
Great positioning on the putback. And the Cavaliers lead by 7.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. The 76ers with another miss.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
They need this. Bamba with the block.
That is a combination of length and defensive instinct. Send it back, Mo Bamba.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Jones checked in for Cleveland. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Kelly Oubre's checked in for Maxey. Jones, no luck.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Oubre passes to Grimes. Embiid with a screen on Garland. Shot clock at 5. Oubre for 3. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here we are looking at Kelly Oubre Jr. as capable, Doris, of lighting it up on any given night.
Kevin, from the moment he stepped into the NBA, this guy has been a proven scorer. He's got a ton of flair to his game. He's probably best used in that 6-man role, though he has put up very good numbers as a starter. I just like his change of pace when he comes off the bench.
Garland with the bucket. Garland's got the lead up to 10 now for Cleveland.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here, had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
This is a dominant stretch. I am so impressed with how they played together as a unit over this last stretch.
And you've got to admire the toughness that Embiid plays with. He doesn't let fouls stop him from scoring.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
They've also been scoring on the break with how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court. Anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thanks, Kevin. The NBA, of course, is so loaded it's not easy to come out on top. Joel Embiid said, for us to be able to win, we need to try to be perfect. I need to play at the highest level possible. Our shooters and defense have to do their job. It's tough, but it's fun. I guess you have to enjoy the journey as well, Kevin.
Yep, the journey, right, David, is the reward. That's for sure. Dave, thanks. And here are the 76ers now. Following the three-point attempt by Donovan Mitchell. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And the technical free throw is good.
When health has been there for Paul George, he has been one of the great two-way guys in the league. Very capable scorer and can take on tough assignments.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Hunter's checked in for Bamba. Max Strus comes in for Okoro. And it's Tre Mann in for Donovan Mitchell. The 76ers also with a sub. Adams checked in. Covington's shot is off. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Well, let's see how they play the clock.
On the basket by Jones.
Well, just quick with the decision-making. Smart pass by Darius Garland.
Now Cleveland moving it up. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
George against Strus. They get it back. Adams' shot is good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And Hunter, here we go. And Adams sends it back.
Length and strength and intimidation. Steven Adams sends it back.
George, that's a 2-pointer. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Right back after this break. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. And it's Lowry with the ball, brings it up for Philadelphia. It's a 10-point game. Next game for them, they'll take on the Raptors at Toronto. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Max Strus is out there with Hunter. Then it's Mitchell. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Man in at the point. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Yep, it counts.
With a number of moves and shots to choose from, Hunter is scary. Nice bucket there.
Mitchell against Oubre. Off target with his 3. Cleveland leading by 12. Shoots it up. The shot by Mitchell, no good. Now here is Martin. Outside Lowry. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Clock at 6. Good on the 13-footer.
Boy, that's as wide open as you're going to get. The defense needs to lock in and be better than that.
Hunter with the screen on Lowry. Man passes to Hunter. Can't get it to fall.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
The pass to Martin. Down low. Adams against Hunter. And Adams with the slam.
Make no mistake, an intimidating 7-footer. Steven Adams gets the space he needs and finishes with ease.
For Cleveland, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. The drive by Mitchell makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. Lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Okoro's checked in. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Coach Nick Nurse talked to his team. He tore into his guys. He said, your body language is awful right now. You don't even look like you want to play right now. Should I sub in for you? Where's the drive to win? Guys?
Thanks so much, David. And he nails the 3rd. 2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. Mitchell left side. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Outside, Maxey. Back to Gay. Stolen by Okoro. There's the drive. And Okoro throws it down.
Boy, you cannot let Okoro get going towards the rim. This guy has got elite athleticism.
Maxey passes to Oubre. Embiid with a screen on Mitchell. Here's Oubre. The 76ers again can't hit it.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
To the middle, here's Gay. Hunter grabs the miss.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Man. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got 6 rebounds in the game. And with that shot, the Cleveland lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Gay.
And really the strength of Gay is impressive. Easily bouncing off the defense while still finishing the shot.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Robert Covington's checked in for Gay. And it's Paul George in for Oubre. A three-pointer is right on target.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
And showcasing that overwhelming strength. Embiid is so skilled at finishing over the aggressive defense.
And Greg, while the commissioner might not like player trade requests, Kevin Durant said it's great for the league for players to have that leverage. Where do you stand?
Well, I wouldn't go that far. The main thing is trying to keep those requests in-house. Otherwise, it can be deflating for fans.
Another three for Cleveland.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And here's George, following the three-pointer by Donovan Mitchell. Here's the three, down to 5 on the shot clock. Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Paul George. On the wing, Jones passes to Mann. The shot. Again, the Cavaliers score. We've got 1:28 left here in the fourth quarter. From deep three-point land. Maxey, no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
A different look now for Cleveland. Ahmed Bamba, he's checked in for DeAndre Hunter. Mobley comes in for Jones. And it's Garland in for Trey Mann. Here's Garland. A terrific shot on a turnaround.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Cavaliers.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Great timing, anticipation. They got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum of this game.
And you have to love the effort this team plays with night in and night out, win after win this year, and they have earned it. Tonight will make it 62 wins on the year for them.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Donovan Mitchell.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
Now, here's Mitchell. After Eric Gordon's miss, got that bucket in no time at all. And that's 31 points for Donovan Mitchell.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Now here's Gordon. Outside Lowry. 6 to shoot. Gay sets the pick for Lowry. Shoots over Mobley. The 76ers with another miss. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Philadelphia. They trail by 18.
And Gay has great length down on the block there. Fantastic at just jumping on opportunities to score when he's down low.
Stolen by Gay. And stolen by Mobley. Misses there. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, This is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. As New Balance presents our player of the game, Donovan Mitchell.